Hey, Linda Sessions here, and can you believe we're getting ready to start week 4? 8-week classes go by really fast. Finished up Excel this week. I'm recording this on Friday morning, November 1st. So all of your Excel assignments are due tomorrow. And some of them you've had 2 weeks to do. There's a couple that you've had a week to do. So should have been able to get all of them done. If you didn't have something turned in, I just sent out reminder emails. So those should be in your inbox. And again, those are just reminder emails just to let you know, hey, you don't have these assignments turned in and they are due by Saturday night at 11:59 p.m. Now, once that date and time is passed, you won't have access to the assignments anymore. So make sure you get them done and get them submitted and turned in by that time, because at 12 o'clock, 12:01, you won't be able to turn them in. There have been a couple of assignments that have had some issues. The links weren't working. The whole school is fairly new to Canvas, and if you run across an assignment where a link is not working, please reach out and let me know. I have gone back in and corrected all of them earlier this week, so they should all be working now, so that shouldn't be an issue with any of them. I'm in the process of getting everything graded, so everything that is by the end of today, hopefully this morning, anything that is turned in will be graded. So those of you who have stuff turned in, you'll have an idea of where you're at with the grades. Otherwise, I will try to have everything caught up and graded by the middle of next week, Thursday at the latest, so you'll know where you're at. So let's go. What are we going to be doing in week 4? Going to start in Word. So let's jump here into Canvas and going to come down here to week 4, and we're starting in Word. Word is Microsoft Office's document program. You probably have all used it at some point in time. It's where you're going to be, you type letters, you can create flyers in it, research papers. Now, we are doing a research paper, but don't stress, you're not writing it, you're just modifying it. So here in Module 4, you've got your playlist. Now, the discussion board is due November 9th, and I just want to know what your favorite website is. Where do you go if you don't have to go to Canvas? Do you have a go-to website that you like to play around with? I know one website that I really like to play around with. Let me see if I can find it here for you. I think I have it under here. Yeah, it's called Goblin Tools. And it's just something I like to play with. It's an AI tool. Hey, we were talking about technology last week, right? So breaking things down so you don't, like, if you need to write a paper, but say like hit this, I need to plan a party. So I type in plan a party, and I can come over here and how much detail do I want it to give? And so here I can add plan a party right here. Now I can come put my little party icon on there. So now it's going to break it down for me. And it's going to tell me exactly what steps I need to take. Decide on the party, send out invitations, arrange for music, enjoy the party. So it'll take me through everything I need to do with that. The one thing I like is the formalizer. Say I want to, hey Randy, oops, Let's meet for lunch. At noon at Pizza John's. So maybe I want to make that more professional, so I can convert it. So down here, hello Randy, I would like to schedule a lunch. But what I really think is funny, I can make it more sarcastic. Convert. Because who wouldn't want to skip lunch entirely and meet for a delightful dinner at some overpriced gourmet restaurant? More passionate. Can't wait to meet. Can't wait to catch up. So it'll take your text and it'll rewrite it for you. ChatGPT will do the same thing, but some of the other ones. But this is just kind of a fun one to do. There's also an estimator. Tell me how long this is possibly going to take. And then finally, the fun one is write down what ingredients you have. I have bread, milk, and butter. What do you suggest I cook for lunch? I can have buttered milk toast. Actually, that sounds disgusting, but get the idea. Anyway, that's my fun website to mess with. Goblin tools. So what's yours? Do you have one? That is the discussion board for this week. And let's see, get back into the modules. And you don't have to go into detail about how it works or anything, but what is your favorite website? Why do you like to go there? And don't forget to reply to a fellow student, because that's how you're going to get full points. Okay? All right, so then we've got our reading on Microsoft Word. I know a couple of students got a little confused last week because when you're reading the e-text, there's a project that's there. And this project isn't required, but if you want to do the project, reach out, let me know. I can send you the files. You'll learn a whole lot more. Oh, and I can't go in there as an instructor or as a student. Let me leave student view here. Sorry. Come back here. Now let me come in here. Loading. So here is the textbook. If you want to follow through and create the project, like in this case, the project you're going to be creating, you would be creating this flyer if you would follow all of the steps in the chapter. I can send you the starter file so you can actually create this if you want to, but it is not required. What I want you to do with the textbook is to look through, and it's going to explain how to do all those things. How do you make a numbered list? How do you make a bulleted list? What is a bulleted list? Do you even know? So, can we come back over here to these 3 lines, and we are going to look at the table of contents. It's going to start out with what is Word and the introduction. You should at least read through these 2. It's going to explain and give you an overview of what Word is. Then, if you are brand new to Microsoft Word, you've never used it before, you might want to use this little arrow over here on the right and just switch and go through each page and look at it and pay attention to anything that's in a box or bolded. It's going to give you information. It's a very easy read. If you're using a Mac, right here they've rewritten it, and the project in the e-text is written so that you can understand how to do those skills with a Mac. So they've rewritten it just for you Mac users. So I've been kind of looking at that because I'm real rusty with Macs. So, but as you're reading through it, pay attention to like stuff in the boxes or any graphics. I'm going to come back over here to the table of contents. If you feel very comfortable with Word, I still think it's important. Look at the what is Word, what is the introduction, and then at least look through the table of contents. And do you know how to insert a blank line? Do you know how to save a document? Now, the good thing is, I know y'all know how to save documents because you did it in Excel, and works the same way in Word. Use the same folder. Okay. Don't have to learn anything new with that one. But what about changing a document theme? Centering a paragraph. How do you format a paragraph? If any of this, here's to number a list of paragraphs. Lots of information in here on how to do something in Word. So look through the table of contents. Do you know how to add a page border? Do you know how to change the theme colors? You'll be doing both of those in the projects. So there's lots and lots of information in here. So using Word Help, go in there and look at that one, because as you're working on the assignments, if you need some help, there's a built-in help in Word. So it's all right there in your e-text for you. Now down here at the bottom, there's a summary, which is just summarizes the chapter. It's great. And then there are some additional assignments. You do not have to do any of these assignments. They are not required for this class. So once you have spent 15, 20 minutes, maybe more, depending upon where you're at when it comes to your knowledge with Word, then you're going to come back up here. I'm going to close that. It's engaged. You could leave yours open if you wanted to. Come back here to the modules. Now, don't go just straight to the assignments. Go to the modules, because in the module, you'll notice here is a video. Now, in this video, I actually create this flyer that you're going to be doing in the SAM. So you want to watch this video. It's going to go over the project, and it's going to talk about some of the skills and why you would do them. So it's just as if you were in my face-to-face class. The flyer is usually one that we do completely in class together, and so I wanted you to have that opportunity as well. So watch that video. Now, this is a very important one, and see, if you went straight to the assignment, you wouldn't see this tip. So the tip for the Word Module 1 theme choice. Microsoft just updated the program. Now, the e-text we are using is not the most current edition. I was not able to switch to the most current edition halfway through the semester. So, Microsoft, they've updated the program. This textbook is working. I think they have a new edition out. Hopefully I'll be able to use it next semester. But one of the things that I found is you are asked to change the theme of the document in the very first one to the Office theme. Now, this is a screenshot. When you go in to change the theme, you're going to see two Office themes. If you pick this first one, then you're not going to have the correct color options moving on down in the assignment. You need to select this second one, the Office 2013-2022 theme for this assignment. So when you are working on that module, Project 1 for Word, make sure when it tells you to change the theme of the document to the Office theme, you want to choose this second Office theme. If you don't select it, you're not going to see the correct color later on. Now, that is the only thing that I have found different between the assignments and the updated Word. So make sure you pay attention to that. You can go back to the modules. I guess I could just go back into that computer applications, but now we're going to go on down to SAM. This is a SAM project, just like the Excel. You're going to be downloading. The only differences with this, you're actually also going to be downloading a picture because you're going to be modifying a picture as well and adding a picture to your document. The next one is creating a research paper. It's the same thing. Read through the e-text. Here's a video where I talk about the project, and then here's creating a research paper. Now, remember, you don't have to write it. You're going to be modifying this research paper. And the biggest tip I can give you for this particular assignment is to take it slow. Now, these assignments aren't due until November 16th, but do not wait until November 14th to start working on them, because you're not going to get them done. Go ahead and work on them this week. Go ahead and maybe make the due date for these November 9th so that you have them done so that you're ready to go on the assignments for the next week. I just extended those due dates just as a courtesy, but not because I didn't want you to go ahead and do them this week. When it comes to Word, if you misspell a word, you're going to get counted wrong. On the research paper, you're going to be entering in some citations and some sources for your papers. Make sure you pay attention to what the source information is. It's going to be real easy on some of the titles to want to add a word. Make sure that you don't do that. Pay attention to the details and type in exactly what they're asking you to do. Then finally, there's a quiz over 1 and 2. So, if you have questions this week, reach out and ask. I'll be here. I don't plan on being out of town. We had a family trip. It was kind of unexpected last week, so I apologize for being a little bit out of the loop for a couple of days. But I don't think we plan on going anywhere else. I hope not. I'm ready to be home for a while. So reach out, ask questions. If you run across any links that aren't working, please reach out and let me know so I can go in and fix them for everybody else. If you have questions about any of the assignments, ask. Please send the emails through Canvas. Over here in your Canvas, you see this inbox. Send me an email through this inbox, because I do have more than one section, and if you send it through the inbox, it lets me know which class you're in, so I don't have to go looking that up. So please send your emails through this inbox. So, November 1st, welcome to November. Welcome to almost the 4th week of class, starting up on Sunday. Get your Excel assignments in. They are due by Saturday, and go ahead and start working on this word on Sunday, okay? So reach out if you have questions. We'll see you, and hey, go Chiefs.